So today we'll study the nervous system, the human nervous system. So exactly nervous system क्या होता है? Throughout your day you do a lot of work. You sit, you talk, you get up, you take a bath, you get ready, you go to work, you go to your college, you study, you complete your work, you come back to home, you sit, eat, talk, have fun, you do a lot of things. Your body is exerted so much and it is involved so much. So everything you do in your entire day is something which is done by your body. And how your body communicates, which is all of these things are handled by your nervous system. Now, to understand nervous system, we have two important bifurcations. We have your central nervous system, we have your peripheral nervous system. Now, central nervous system is the main component of your body and the peripheral nervous system is the boundary of the same. Consider yourself as this box. This is you. So, the core important part of your body is this central nervous system, and everything in its boundary or in its periphery which is taking care of it or handling all other important tasks is your peripheral nervous system. So now one by one let's study each system and get into the details. First, let's talk about our central nervous system. So central nervous system involves two important components. One is your brain and other is your spinal cord. Now you see, when we usually make a human brain's diagram, we see this along with this line coming down it. This is your human brain and this is your spinal cord. This is composed of your central nervous system. We'll understand the human brain and spinal cord little later on as it is a very detailed topic. But for now, let's understand these are two important components of our central nervous system which controls our body. Okay. Then the second bifurcation is your peripheral nervous system. Periphery par kya ho raha hai? Boundary par kya ho raha hai? What all is happening in your entire body other than your brain and your spinal cord, how the all functions are being controlled is taken care by these functions. Now further, your peripheral nervous system has two other important aspects. One is your somatic nervous system and one is your autonomic nervous system. To understand all these things better, let's first get into the autonomic nervous system. The name itself suggests automatic. So we can say all the functions in our body which are automatic in nature, which could be digestion, which could be blinking of an eye, which could be the control of your heart muscles, your respiration rates, all are being controlled by our autonomic nervous system. All the automatic functions in your body which you can't control. Okay? Then comes your somatic nervous system. Somatic nervous system is your nervous system which controls all the voluntary movements which are in your control. That could be all the movement related things. Like, for example, you writing something down, it's in your control. You want to get up and go to somewhere, the walking aspect is in your control. The talking, it's in your control. So all of that is taken care by the somatic nervous system. As mentioned here, it controls your voluntary movements. It connects with central nervous system to your skeletal muscles. It is responsible for your conscious motor control. Example, walking, writing, talking. Okay. Then comes your coming back to the autonomic nervous system as mentioned here. It controls the involuntary functions, not under our conscious controls. It regulates our smooth muscles, the cardiac muscles and the other glands. You can't control how much hormone is being secreted from your glands. You can't control everything, okay? So that is being taken care of by autonomic nervous system. It maintains the homeostasis and your heart rate, digestion and breathing and sweating so that your body stays composed and at a certain temperature so that you can function properly. Alright, then comes the further bifurcations. So coming to the sub-bifurcations now for the both somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. First, for the somatic nervous system, we have two set of nerves here. One is your afferent nerves and one is your efferent nerves. Now, the E suggests the exit. So, the basically nerves are exiting from somewhere. That is usually our central nervous system. Since we already know that the somatic nervous system controls our voluntary movement. So if you want to pick up a coffee, your central nervous system is sending signal to your hand, to your muscles of your hand and your joints to pick up that coffee mug. So that would be efferent. Your signal is exiting from your central nervous system to one of your other muscle and joints. Okay. Then comes your afferent nervous system. Afferent nervous system is bringing signal to the central nervous system. So the signals from your skin, from your muscles and from your joints, all of them bring signals to your central nervous system. For example, if you touch the hot coffee mug, you instantly send the signal to your central nervous system that this is hot. And then your central nervous system exits the signal saying that remove your hand, and then you remove your hand. So this was a quick coordination between both your afferent and efferent nerves in when you touch a hot mug. This will be explained later on in the subsessions in detail. For now, I hope you understand this better. Now, coming back to the sub-bifurcations of autonomic nervous system. Now, here also we have a set of afferent nerves and the efferent nerves. So, afferent nerves, again, the criteria remains the same. Efferent nerve is for the exit and afferent nerves is for bringing things back to central nervous system. Now, here the signals are coming to central nervous system from your internal organs. Okay, so your internal organs are sending signals to your central nervous system, and the efferent nerves, they are sending signals from your central nervous system to other organs, your smooth muscles and the glands, telling them how to function. All right, then comes the important bifurcation of your autonomic nervous system, which is your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic nervous system. So, parasympathetic nervous system talks about rest and relax, how your body needs to function when you are relaxing or when you are resting. All right. And sympathetic nervous system talks about fight or flight response. In case of any situation where you are feeling danger or you need a lot of energy, your body acts in the state of fight or flight. You need to either fight that situation or you need to run away from that situation. For both of these situations, you need some sort of bodily changes so that you can cope with that situation. For example, if you just met an aggressive animal, you need to either run away or you need to fight it back. If you want to run away, your body will increase your energy levels, it will make you alert, it will increase your heart rate, it will produce more energy, your digestion will slow down, and all of the energy would be located to give you power to run from the situation. Or all these things will be done in order to give you energy to fight with that situation. Then your sympathetic nervous system is active. So once you are through with this situation and you are safe, your body calms down, and that is when your parasympathetic nervous system becomes active. So I hope you are clear with the brief information regarding what your nervous system is and its sub-bifurcations. Rest will continue in the next session. Thank you for joining. Follow for more.